I want to ask you both as we get sort of to the tail end of this interview, I'm sure the answers will overlap, but I think different people communicate things differently. So, what should what should clients expect if you're come when they first start that right from first contact, right to actually coming on site, right through to delivery? And Gord, maybe we'll start with you, and then Ron, you can fill in some information as well. What should clients expect if they reached out to you today until delivery?
When we show up on a customer site, I think the first thing the customer can expect is a level of expertise. And Ron said it early on in the interview that we gather a lot of best practices. I mentioned I'm going into my 34th year, and I've lasted that long because I've been able to sit and listen to the customers,
Mm.
and I listen to what the customers tell me. And we just mentioned the reference to Paul Harvey, and now you know the rest of the story. A lot of what we do is we will ask a lot of questions and then we will listen because we learn a lot that way. And in turn, we can share our experiences and best practices that we've learned. Having access to most of the mines in Western Canada that I've been through, I've seen a lot of really, really good practices in terms of maintenance and how to get things done and how to prolong the life of equipment. But on the other side of that coin, I've also seen a lot of things that don't work really well. And I've seen a lot of things where, we should have done this first and not done that. Or I've seen where customers have made decisions without consulting a tech advisor. And really it becomes a collaborative effort, and that everything we do on site 100% involves the customer. We don't walk onto site and sit in a room by ourselves and do a bunch of calculations and things like that. We're constantly walking through the site. We're in the shop. We're talking to the mechanics. We're talking to the reliability engineers. Literally, everybody's got a story to tell. And every little bit of that story helps paint a picture for us that something that somebody in the shop may think is not very important to us could be pivotal in how we solve that problem. So it really comes down to collaborating with the customer and listening to what's going on.
Ron, anything to add to that?
Well, I think Gordy just about covered
Yeah,
it.
that was a pretty good answer.
Yeah. Thank you, Gord. But yeah, in the shovel world, it's the same thing. And I think, as just like Gord said too, with our experiences, we bring that to the table to help that customer. And yes, there is most of the mines we deal with have really, really good best practices, and we're there to help them to be better practices with our experiences. But investigating the issues is very important. You have to find out, again, the whole story. That's what we do. It's not just a one-time guess, over the phone call. We'd like to go out, see the equipment, and then we can make our, recommendations from there. And it's very important that the customer knows that we are there when they need us the most. And I think that's very important that Petro-Canada Lubricants offers their technical service for.